and Rapid Junior strips. Very, very important. I use these after I've applied my foam wrapping product. I use this. I take it and I am placing it, and it's going to hold my hair down. I tie it, whatever I need to do, so that it holds my hair in place while I'm sitting under my hooded dryer, which is very important. I don't have a hooded dryer, my hooded dryer with me, but very important, a hooded dryer. Air drying is okay when you have short hair, as long as you use these strips, but I just think that that heat helps freeze or mold the hair into place and keep it there, and you're using these to help mold that hair and make it just lay right. So anyway, this along with my hooded dryer. So then once I'm done with drying my hair, I come back and it's time for my actual styling. Now sometimes I may or may not use heat tools, and that's like my flat irons, because I don't really use curling irons at all. But say I, like for this right here, I did not use any heating tools. I just molded my hair and combed it down. I had it molded this way, I combed it down that way, and that helps it lay better and give it a little volume. So if I'm not going to use any heating tools, I just come with my favorite oil sheen. I didn't realize I like the Organic Root Stimulator products so much. I have quite a few of their products, so I guess I am team ORS. But anyway, this is the Nourishing Sheen Spray by Olive Oil Nourishing Sheen Spray by Organic Root Stimulator, ORS, formerly Organic Root Stimulator, which I'm going to call them whatever just comes off the dome. But anyway, so I'll apply that, and then I'll take another comb, which I've heard this style comb, tool comb, feather comb. I use this one, and then I'll go in and I will comb my hair to the desired style that I want, or whatever the case may be. My fingers are my best friends also. They are great for styling, so I use my fingers quite a bit. So I'll use my comb and style my hair. Most of the time I use this side, and I'll use this to kind of, you know, if I want to get a little bit of a feathered look, I'll use that end, or whatever the case may be. So I use that in the final styling process. Now, if I have to heat style, if I choose to heat style, whether I want some nice tight curls, smooth down curl, whatever, heat protectant, which is also by Organic Root Stimulator. And this is the Olive Oil Heat Protection Serum. I think there's a spray also, but I've always used the serum. I used to use the one by Isoplus, but for whatever reason I tried this one time and I've just stuck with it. This is my second bottle. They last forever because a little goes a long way. Dime size amount into my hand. It's a serum. It looks like oil, but it's not watery. It's not that liquidy type. It's thicker. It doesn't wet your hair. It just kind of coats your hair, if that makes sense. So I take a dime size amount, rub it all through my hands, and I put it on all over my hair. My hair's going to fall back down into the way that it was molded, so that's fine. But I try to coat every strand that's going to catch some heat with this stuff here. And so that leads me to my heating tools. So for my styling tools, let's see, I have this here, which I have not used this in a while because I was shorter and I've been rocking these tight curls. But this here is my 1-inch flat iron by Revlon. It's 1 inch, and this is the dial on it. There's an on and off switch here, the on and off. Let's see, there's the on or off switch there, and then it has a dial. Let's see if I can show y'all, if you can see that it has the numbers. Yeah, there's the numbers. Can you see them? I don't know. Anyway, it's a dial, and it goes from 0, it goes from 1 to 30. So it's like 1, 5, 10, yeah, by 5s, up to 30. And you can just adjust your heat. And that's the 1-inch flat iron that I use. I have another, this one is a 1/2 inch. Nothing fancy, it's just the on and off switch, cheap little flat iron I bought from the beauty supply store. And another thing that I use for styling, it's rubbed off, but this here is my curl wax. This particular one is by QP. It's curl wax. I don't use much of it. I may use maybe a dime size. Rub it all through, just depending on the style. That's the consistency. It's like a wax. It's not thick like a wax, but it's not too soft. It's right in between a hairdress or a grease and a curl wax. So I like that because it's not too heavy to make my hair stiff, but it's not too liquidy that kind of has my hair nasty. Very important. This is a razor comb. Shaping it up. You go in and you shape it up so that your haircut's not so blunt. But I also use these. These can leave your hair kind of blunt depending on the way that you cut. Anyway, that's a whole different video. But I use my cutting shears. Very important in maintenance as far as I need to shape something up and keep things in place. Very important for blending, making sure that hair is nice and blended. If it needs to be feathered or layered a little bit, razor comb gives you a little more control, and it's user friendly for those who aren't as comfortable. Another very important thing, excuse me, we are watching well, my family is, I came watch to make a video, but these hair clips here, the Alabama-Mississippi State game, yeah, that's what they're watching. I left because Bama was beating the brakes off of Mississippi State. Another thing, very important, a mirror. This one had a handle, but I broke it. I dropped it and the handle broke. I'm glad because this part didn't break, you know. That's 7 years bad luck, which can't be true because I've broken so many mirrors, it's ridiculous. My last and final thing that I have down here, I may have forgotten something, I pray that I didn't, but clippers. I have clippers and I had to learn a little bit at a time, figure out how to get it done, but I've learned how to keep this short hair on point. I have clippers.